you someone who's going to be checking out the PSO2 New Genesis Beta for the 4th time here in a global? If so, then this is the video for you. As someone who had put almost about 40-ish hours into the New Genesis Japanese Quo betas, I am now here to give you some advice, some tips to get the best out of New Genesis Quo beta for you over this weekend. But before we hop on into that, don't forget I am streaming the whole beta, except for maybe an hour or two between me sleeping, right here on YouTube, starting this Friday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And once again, we'll be going all weekend long. So make sure you do like, favorite, subscribe, so you don't miss out on any of that goodness. And with that, let's go ahead, let's hop into this, and let's discuss my 5 tips for you new players. So starting off, for anyone new coming into this beta, we have ourselves a grand total of 6 classes that is going to be exclusive with the beta, with roughly about 2 weapons, 1 to 2 weapons for each of these classes. And these 7 classes are, of course, Hunter, Fighter, Ranger, Gunner, Force, and Tekka. The best way to think of this is pretty much your Hunter and Fighter is your melee classes, your Ranger and Gunner is your range classes, and then of course Force and Tekka is more on the mage or battle mage side, especially with the way New Genesis play. Just know there is probably going to be more classes coming at a later date, hopefully, but at the time of the beta, we do only have these 6, with each of the classes getting anywhere from 1 to 2 weapons for you to try out for the beta. Just know, once again, like the classes, there will be many more later on. But to start off, this is a good little setup to get you in and figure out what type of classes you like playing, which I recommend, honestly, playing pretty much all of them if you're able to, because all of them are extremely decent and in return have decent gameplay style tied to them that will hopefully fit your needs coming into this. Speaking of classes, my second tip here will have to be, of course, sub-jobs. Sub-jobs, for anyone new, is pretty much give you the ability to put multiple classes on your character, or more so, put 2 classes on your character. And in return, the game did not let you get stats from your other characters anymore. Pretty much what they will do now is give you access to that other class abilities and weapons as well, so you can interchange on the fly as you see fit here. And honestly, the best thing to do here is have a subclass, have it leveling, and unlock the abilities as you go, so you can have a more interesting build as you go on between each of the classes. And my third tip is about leveling. Leveling is important, as you can tell from the classes and subclasses unlocking ability at different levels, but the leveling in the beta itself is extremely limited, with the level cap only being 15 for the beta. And on top of that, most of the monsters you're going to be fighting are going to only be a level 10 with 1 or 2 exceptions. And also, do not feel like you need to rush to get to level 15, or really need to get to level 15 at all, really, because honestly, leveling from 1 to 10 is a fairly simple process, but pretty much 11 to 15 is there to just be extremely grindy, and also there for anyone who want to pretty much fall down the rabbit hole of trying your best to gain the main level cap here. But do not feel obligated to get level 15, because it's not going to be the easiest thing to do, so don't feel like you have to. But my next tip, on the other hand, is something that you probably do need to be doing, which is a quote tied to your character combat power. Combat power is pretty much, I guess you could call it like the Destiny, I get light system, I believe it's light system, let me know in the comment if I'm right about that. You will gain a more combat power as you upgrade your equipment, well different units, a level up, and the combat power, as far as the beta is concerned, is only really tied to one event in the beta, which is called the Urgent Quest, which is pretty much the best way to think of it. It's like a raid in any other RPG or MMO. The only difference here is these events only pop up every once in a while, every few hours. You will get an alert to go take part in it, and it does have a cap that you have to get to be able to enter into this event. So the battle power itself not only will help you do more damage, get more defense, but also help you unlock content. Any of the content is just the Urgent Quest as far as the beta is concerned. But it's still something to keep an eye on, especially helping you get into level grinding out your weapon and equipment to upgrade your battle power. And my final tip for the new Genesis beta is a quote tied to AC and SG. SG and AC are currencies that you have to spend real money on, or in the case of AC, you do anyway. SG, if it ends up being anything like bait PSO2, is a paid currency that you can also get from doing different activities. I don't know at the time if SG is going to stay that way in New Genesis, but at least for the beta itself, you will be given a decent amount, which if I remember correctly, I believe it was 25,000 in each elite from the JP beta, and this will be currency that Sega will give to you. Do not worry, there is no microtransaction in the beta itself. The AC and SG is given to you for testing purposes. So in return, don't feel like you need to hoard it or hoping it carry over into the base game, which it will not. So get out there, check out some of the stuff the player shop have, such as getting a new outfit, some new weapons, health style, and other little add-ons that will help you work your way through the beta, and also, give you a sense of some of the stuff you can get if you do want to become a pay player. And then my bonus lat tip, which is number 6, is have fun. This is a beta. The beta is exclusive to the beta, meaning pretty much anything you do in this, character creation, leveling, whatever it might be, is going to be tied directly to this beta, so none of it going to play into the full release. I'll be on doing some side activity to unlock some perks that you will get at launch, which is mainly cosmetic stuff for just taking part in the beta. So do not overly stress about anything. Overall, this beta is for testing purposes and to give you a sense of some of the stuff you will be doing in the full release. So overall, just have a good time and enjoy your time inside of New Genesis. And there is my tips for new players coming into New Genesis for the 4th time. Hopefully you have found it useful in some way, shape, or form. If so, make sure you do the like, favorite, subscribe, hit all the bells, and also make sure you come on over this weekend. All weekend long here on YouTube, I will be streaming a New Genesis, and I do have a whole bunch of keys that Sega was nice enough to send my way. So I will be doing giveaways for anyone who want to try to get in the beta but happen to miss the sign up period. So come on by and you might get a chance of getting your hands on one of the keys. And once again, I will be starting at 7:30 Central Standard Time here on YouTube. And with that, I will go ahead and do it for me. So I'm going to go prepare all my food because I am going to stockpile that weekend and hopefully, maybe get 2 hours sleep, maybe. We will see. We will see how it goes for global. If anything like JP, I might fall asleep or dream. We will see. We will cross that bridge when we get there. So, I get with that. That will do it for me. Let me know in the comments some of your tips, and I will go ahead and see you all in the comments. Welcome to the end, everybody. Thank you all for watching that video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully if you find more video enjoyment over here on the corner of the screen, make sure you check them out. Also, I like to give a big thank you to my Patreons listed below, and a special shout out to Kyle Brower for joining the Tier 4 shout out. So if you want to get your hands on some of this and a whole bunch of awesome stuff, make sure you check it out on patreon.com/Maconn. And with that, see you in the comment for real. Bye.